I am delighted to open the fourth year of Tehran Regional Arbitration Center, Vis Pre-moot.
But as counsel, it is hell. It is hell because it is very time-consuming to prepare virtual hearings.
Having already learned to think like a lawyer, but after doing the Vis, I had learned to think like a lawyer with a client.
What you need to understand is the broader context, just as if you need to understand the entire CIST to argue one article of the CIST, you need to understand the entire context to argue when certain rules are applicable.
Members of the tribunal, my learned opposing counsel has based issue 3 on the drafting history of the PCLA.
But it doesn't necessarily say it's a physical venue. It doesn't say in person, and there's no literal interpretation that suggests that it has to be held physically.
And in the present dispute, respondent number 1 has signed an arbitration agreement with Ross Pharmaceuticals.
If there are no further questions, I will now address the second procedural issue, that evidentiary hearings must be held in person.
Has the tribunal authority to interpret these differently?
The tribunal does in fact not have the authority to interpret this differently, as the parties have included an entire agreement clause in their contract.
So, we did the elimination round in the morning. 8 teams made it to the elimination round.
Yes.
And now we have 4 teams for the semi-final. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. We have a draw here. I understand that in one of the glasses we have the name of the teams, and on the other one we have the positions and the room, right? Yes. Okay, perfect.
So thank you very much. Respondent, you have the floor for the procedural issues.
Distinguished members of the tribunal, my name is Barbara Malkova and I will be speaking on behalf of the respondents in the procedural part of this issue.
Do you believe that Article 4, Section 2 of the Swiss rules may serve as a substitute for consent?
Thank you. Our respondents want to emphasize this license in our case cannot be considered goods, because the important part of the license is the know-how.
We are here in the matter of Respivac PLC versus Via Limited and Vector Via Limited.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Arbitrator. Let me first quickly introduce my dear co-colleague, Ms. Charlotte Binder. She will later address the merits of the case. My name is Helen Scheurer, and at the time allocated, I will present the procedural questions of the dispute on behalf of Vector and Cambia, our respondent in today's proceedings.
And I wonder if you can just show us where specifically Ross has consented to participate in this arbitration.
The tribunal should also look in the relevant circumstances according to Article 4, Section 2 when deciding on the joinder of Ross.
My name is Steven Salim, and alongside with my co-counsel, Ms. Talita Risha, we represent the claimant Respivac in this proceeding. I will explain on the procedural issues, while my co-counsel will explain on the merits of the dispute.
If all the parties agree to a multi-party arbitration, the consent is granted through that agreement. 4.2 is therefore redundant.
Mr. Arbitrator, there is a distinction between consent to jurisdiction and consent for joinder. Consent for jurisdiction is jurisdictional in nature, while consent for joinder is procedural in nature.
Our client wanted to create a vaccine of COVID-19 in order to protect people from this pandemic.
But there is a definition in the contract regarding claim. Should we look at the contract and look at the definition of a claim, or should we simply look at the abstract CISG?
I would like to firstly congratulate to both teams who made it to the final round. Seriously, regardless of the winner or the loser or the scores. The mere fact that they made it to the final round is a great achievement. I should congratulate to both of teams, and as far as I understand, they were both very, very great and excellent. On behalf of all Iranian teams who made it to Vienna or Hong Kong during the last few years, I should thank you for all the support and all the encouragement that you extended to the Iranian teams.
Thank you, Vis. As acknowledged in my 2019 50th college reunion, my proudest accomplishment was coaching the Iran Vis Moot pioneers, supported by gifted educators globally.
Our presiding arbitrator will make the announcement. While we wait, though, let me just say it was an excellent round. Both teams have a lot to be proud of.